Gabby has asked, what's one or two misconceptions about self-publishing that you'd like to dispel for us?
I love this question. I actually came up with three like instantly, and I'm like, let's just do all of them. The first one that I get constantly is people say, this is too hard. It's too hard. I can't do it. Like I can't figure out uploading or I can't figure out how to market. And my thought process is kind of like you were saying, mindset. This is a false belief that is just not true because writing a book is really hard, but you did that. You know what I mean? And so there is something to it where you can get really overwhelmed if you try to come at everything all at once. It is overwhelming, but overwhelm is different than too hard. I think if you approach it one thing at a time, it's completely doable. And then on top of that, you can also outsource, which leads to the second thing that I wanted to share, which is that there's this mindset of you have to do everything. And indies really get bogged down with, oh my gosh, I have to do this, and it's so overwhelming. But you actually don't have to do everything. You could do just one type of marketing and be super successful. You could choose not to even do social media and find ways to be successful if you work really hard at it. There's reasons that things work, but you don't have to do everything. And then my third one, I wrote myself notes because this one was the most important to me, is that there's no right way to do things, because a lot of times I'd say the biggest question that I get asked is, can I do this or can I do that? And it's not so much like, can you? Because you can do almost anything. You could upload to all kinds of vendors or you could upload to just one. You can do whatever you choose. But it's more, I put myself notes to myself that we often get told that there's the way or the right way to do things, when in reality, every author is so different. And so if a romance author was like, this is really working for me, like, for example, TikTok, it's really amazing for romance books in particular. And I just haven't found as much success with it. And so it really depends on you, your genre. And if you think that this author's doing it, that makes it the right way, it could really trip you up and cause you to not find your own right way, so to speak, instead.
That's amazing. I feel like we could rename this like questions about life, because everything you said, I was like, that's so true about life. We don't have to do everything. And if we try to do it all, we'll feel overwhelmed and we have to find our own way. And just because it works for someone else, like all those things, I'm like, yes, good life lesson. That's great. And I also think, with the TikTok thing, like I haven't even ventured into it because I'm sort of like, it's not me. And I think that's another part of it. Like, if it's not you, you don't need to do it. And one of the things I loved about your course, and I think other people are noting as well, is that you do really emphasize, like, don't try to do it all. If you're not a graphic designer with a book cover specialty, don't try to design your own book cover. Like, find someone who can do it well. And I think that's kind of what sets your course apart, is that it's not like a do it all yourself on the super cheap. And you can do it on the super cheap, but your course is more like do it well and you will succeed. And that sometimes means not doing it yourself.
Definitely. Absolutely.
That's great. Awesome. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.